That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown. After all, the first chapter of the Divination Compendium discusses the significance of divination. I'm just expanding on that a bit.
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things. Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes. Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy. Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
Oh, wow! It's so exquisite!
Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates? The riddle... You are...
These folks are up to no...
Black clothing. Masks decorated with golden blood. Are they cleaners?
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Finan, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly. Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could... We can't let our esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners. Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve their objective.
Well, this historical perspective seems biased. Glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse. Disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord Finan. I'd hate for the innocent.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the... Not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. People have become too accustomed to peace. And they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
Enjoy. You've probably figured out.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up. All right. Let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language, and don't say anything you might regret. My shoulders might be sore, and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
How's it going, Cinny? This place fits, doesn't it? It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you, Lady Treeby. With this, the Twilight Courtyard can be reborn in Akama. Do you like it here too, little Ika?
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename?
Lady Treeby makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendant...
Right. How did...
Even Lady Treeby...
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty. Now we remember. Kremnos and the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5. With Celiosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Nikador and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end. Thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned, and their descendants began to establish themselves on the... Finally, those descended from Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight were welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight... The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memories.
Oh, I forgot. For Lady Treby, history is more than just words on a page. Little Ika loves listening to the stories from the legends. I'm sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Seliosi's side. That day will come. I believe it. Just keep growing. Lord Crediros?
Miss Hyacinth. And Lady Treby. Good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby and came to check.
Doing all right. What's going on, Crediros?
There's been another violent incident at the market. A shop was smashed and looted. It's the third time this week.
How can this be? I always thought that with Lady
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness.
Aggie.
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the Golden Threads and are now plotting to exploit the opportunity.
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is...
The Chrysos heirs won by only one vote, Lady Treby. From my years of experience, a narrow
Trouble! Miss Hyacinth! Trouble!
Clementine. Take a breath.
Please! Something terrible has happened at Marmorial.
What is it, Doctor? Calm yourself and talk us through.
Lady Aglaya! It's Lady Aglaya who's in trouble.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first Flame Chase journey, and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius a millennium ago. Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Goldweaver. But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
Aglaya, Aglaya, you ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence. Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from Dawn Cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and... These days you're not only blind, but also deaf. The Cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for...
If you're in such a hurry...
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish. The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade. If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Dromus workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose. Humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we...
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings...
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes, too? You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglaya you are today? Look at those broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared.
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 Titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. To let my departure become a path for others to follow. Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now, and sink into the warmth of these waters, will the wandering wind stop to mourn me, Cyphra?
I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures! I bet there's stuff here you've never seen. Come on! As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
Little thief! You've got some nerve, barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags. What have you brought? Let me see.
Here, take a look. Only the finest goods. See the sapphire? It's even more blue than Fagusa's eyes.
Such exquisite luster. I've only seen an ocean's tear of this quality in my mother's treasury.
Wait, you've seen one before? And here I thought it's...
Just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago. This workshop is what I built from scratch.
Wow, a daughter rebuilding her family business.
Mind your manners, Kitty. Tell me, Cyphra, where did you come from? And how did you acquire these treasures?
I won them fair and square in a bet. What? Do you doubt me? Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer. Do you want these or not?
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face. But my golden thread doesn't tremble at all.
That's because I'm not lying. I've been telling the truth from the start.
Is that so? The scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
Oh, come on. Can't we just do business without all this chatter? Don't worry. I didn't leave any evidence, so... no one will bother you.
How can I trust a word you say when you're so skilled at lying?
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain! Always wasting my time. Fine.
Hold on. Your treasure? I'll accept it. But these alone aren't enough to purchase the Gold Weaver's finest clothes. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
What do you have in mind?
Look. Come a bit closer.
Oh, it's...
These golden boots are the Gold Weaver's greatest treasures. Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, they hold a magical power. Legend has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and silently. Put them on, Cyphra, and don't get caught again. A face as lovely as yours deserves better protection.
You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you? Well, I'm taking these now, so...
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size? These are...
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
Fake! Fake!
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake? What's fake?
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power! Your Amphorius is most cunning liar, and even you were fooled by a Glaya!
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the River of Souls. Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know.
Satisfied. I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing. But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving, it'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Good thing you've still got a sharp tongue, or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat. Let's take a look at this place. The city of Styxia. Look how beautiful she is! Let me take a good sniff of this air. This air, it's filled with the scent of treasure everywhere. Wonderful! Just wonderful. Thanks to Castorus and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them was well worth it. Time for treasure hunting, Barto! Lead the way, and whatever we find, we'll split 80-20.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about 70-30 instead?
Listen closely. Do you hear that? The Gnawfish in the River of Souls are growling with hunger. Anyway, what's with all this water? It's damp, cold, and miserable here. I hate it.
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery! Uneasy around water?
You wouldn't understand! The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming. Why don't we have a race? Long distance, sprint, or laps? Take your pick!
What's got you so worked up? Relax, relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Cypher was afraid of water?
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that? Now, hurry up and figure out a way across. Or I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me! Let me take a look around! Got it! Let's use that thing! Come on! Follow me, boss lady!
Not a good imitation. I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around, boss lady?
Trying to trick me into saying something. Not a chance.
You're as sharp as ever.
Was this device designed by priests of Ornyx?
Don't underestimate me, boss. Just find a cozy dry corner and wait for me. Mission accomplished. Now you don't have to worry about your tail getting wet.
Not bad, but just a warning. If this thing...
Don't worry, trust me. For that sweet 20% cut of the loot,
This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick? We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device over there to shut it off.
The scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing. The treasures in this ancient city are... Yes, right here. What are you waiting for?
Roger that.
Wow! That's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself. Wow, a massive hall. Unbelievable. As expected for a realm of Fugusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears.
Thanks for the gift, boss. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly. Oh, safer, safer. You truly have the most refined taste of all. Let me try this on. Where is my treasure?
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this.
This is... How could I have forgotten about this? I'll believe it is true, and a lie becomes reality. What a convenient ability.
The demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter. All right, enough fooling around.
Cypher rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Starting navigation. Boss lady, we're set to make a fortune this time! Got any plans on how to spend it?
Of course. Spend nothing. Have you forgotten my silly prophecy?
I remember, of course. Whoa, isn't that like...
Uh-huh.
Isn't here we go round the river of souls? Spirit thief goes, spirit thief goes.
There's a big guy guarding this place.
Yeah, big and dumb. Just a pure lump of stupidity.
Look at its face. Oh my, how could something be so ugly?
Yeah, so ugly. Ugly enough to make even me, a little imp without a digestive system, feel nauseous.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Indeed, that would be heartbreaking. Clearly, running away is a sensible choice.
So, how about you take the front?
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue. Huh?
Let's try it this other way. I choose you!
Guide with rainbow break. So make the wind.
I shall remember this warmth.
Dispel the gloom. Restore the sky.
So this is the warmth of life. Embrace a new life. Return to dust.
Me.
Life is...
Such an ugly and useless creature, taken down with just a... Hey, Bartolos.
Here.
Look at you, all shaken up. Can't handle even... Should be safe here now.
Aye, boss ladies.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Huh.
Ooh, this looks tragic. Do you think they made it to Akuma?
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from... At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city will... It does seem unfair, doesn't it? Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to face such... devastation.
Yeah, the world just isn't. Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kephal's...
Huh? Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been...
Oh, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of... Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else. It's been...
Oh, I see. But you in a priest robe? Now that's hard to picture.
Who asked you to picture that? Besides, priest robes from 1,000...
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those...
How ridiculous. Come on. Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure is...
Oh dear, we're stuck here. Should we call on that big, noisy Congress?
Never thought that...
I don't need a controller. After... Hand of Zagreus.
Not bad. However, I still don't see how this ties...
Let's go!
Hey, slow down! That question... You know, that question. The one you specifically asked?
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under...
Oh. Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately.
Treasure!
Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best. The scent feels like something incredible.
Incredible indeed! If even...
Do I need to give instructions here?
What?
Oh. Isn't this a golden scapegoat?
Oh, isn't there a myth about this thing? Those who feared fire became sheep. Those who didn't...
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure. Here.
Puzzles and tricks are right up my alley. Told you, nothing can stump me. Cypher, it's your turn now.
Stop. Stay there. And don't turn around.
Huh?
I told you. Don't move.
My poor old back. What are you doing?
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything. That seamstress. She's listening.
What? Boss, do you mean?
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her. Whoa, whoa. Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck, with only the power of this little nymph. Naturally, I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cyphera.
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise. You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. What? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that...
I'm sorry, Cyphera. I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong. Replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself.
Don't.
1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal.
My silence.
So this time, I must say this to you. Even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cyphera. The Chrysos Heir's mission needs you. The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cyphera.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
What a shame. I thought there'd be some more.
Turns out, Everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Those relics were once priceless. But time has eroded away all that they once were.
Aww, hearing that from you makes it sound so sad. Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As demigods,
Could it have been back then when...
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted. Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might...
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide! Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious, what exactly...
Actually, it gave itself away very...
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's...
We've been partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except... for that... Absolutely...
But, boss lady, there's a chance...
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people... Isn't that right, Zagreus?
You have a terrifyingly sharp mind.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive. To make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Even if it weren't for saving my worthless little life, I'd still walk through fire.
You may have been reduced to this form, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
Speaking of which, Cypher, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart, are you? Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
you're back again, Cyphera.
I need clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. I will pay back the amount I owe.
You...
Yes. What about it? So what if I'm one of those Chrysos heirs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes. Whoops,
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? A pauper. Thief. Con.
Stop it, Cyphera. I'll give you clothes. Stay here. Stay in my...
Aren't you going to ask me? Right. What's the use?
I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. I know everything you do is for survival, at all costs. Stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again.
Aren't you worried I'll ruin this place's reputation?
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about that.
You're weird, seamstress. I've tried not to become a liar. But honestly, what makes you think I won't?
Because I can feel it. Not with the power. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. After taking over Nestia's divine authority, I became used to letting the golden thread distinguish sincerity from falsehood. However, Cyphera, this thing I've given to this world. And also... stay here with me.
You've got a way of talking. All right. Let's make it a deal. You have 1 day to change your mind. Once the action hour passes...
Pressure. Fear. Planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is the... From what I know, objectively, the rise of the Cleaners was both inevitable and necessary. Yet, their ruthless and twisted methods... Even in these crumbling end times, there are always those who to ask the vested interests to abandon their status, wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal.
There you are, Lord Dongheng. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate. So the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had been— You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. You played your hand. Run while you still can. It might be your only— Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot— Because Aglaya is dead. And in the eyes of the Holy City citizen—
Looks like...
She? Are you talking about the map?
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil, that you claimed to...
Misinterpreting mercy for weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master... They're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull... But I must warn you. I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee if you feel as lucky as they are. Try me.
Fainan is seriously upset.
Get out of here. Don't show your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the Flame Chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
I've said it more than once, Lord Fainan. We're not here to start a fight. We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else. While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission to buy time. So, Lord Fainan,
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far. I guess the opposition within the Council of Elders is still desperately fighting to obstruct the Flame Chase. If the conspiracy is exposed, they'll be hunted down in the Holy City like rats with nowhere to run. My teleslate. Aglaya? Is this blasted? Those guys... But how could they possibly... Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes. I won't believe it.
Fainan, what should we do next?
Stay on course. I'll contact Treeby and ask her to keep the citizens calm. We'll hurry back to Akama as fast as possible and assess the situation. I won't be merciful this time.
Artonis? Oh, you're forging... I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be...
You, in this form, you come to...
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already shattered. My journey as a human in this world has... It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course. The pact.
The thing I entrusted to you.
Far too plain this vessel is.
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors, texture, and scent. This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind.
How to say goodbye to everyone.
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan at this time. I deeply regret not being able to say farewell to them, one by one. The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such...
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was. Though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be. Is that what you...
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes, condense my divinity into this ornament. It might still be...
Selfless until the end. Envy that child, there's no need to. Already lived a grand life,
Your praise puts my... Please, take me through the last temper.
The city is silent, and tension is building with every passing second. The news is probably spread by now. Every household is locked up tight, and all the market stalls. I can't imagine how she could have been taken down by a hand unless it's all a part of her plan. If this is all part of a larger plan, Trebi must know something. Dan Heng came back before us. Well, maybe he's heard something. Don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Krateros, were you in the city when it happened? What exactly?
Regrettably, no eyewitnesses, only some.
It's fine.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglaia fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, God.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City Guards approached to check. They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000. She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it from...
No. That does... The ones who appeared in the Grove, and those who confronted Dan Heng in the Abyss, didn't immediately resort to... They didn't have any reason, nor the courage...
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglaia, also Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaia dead.
Thank you, Lord Krateros. paths are empty. Hyacinth.
You're back. I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treby and Lady Trinan after the incident. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them now. Not well. I tried to treat her immediately, but even declaring her death was the hardest thing I've ever had to... Lord Finan, don't push yourself.
It's fine. What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Treby and Trinan, they've lost a 1,000-year-old bond. Like they're losing a part of their lives. You should rest, Hyacinth. You've been awake for a long time.
Okay. See you later, everyone.
Next, we should visit Lady Treby.
Snowy. Little Gray. You're back.
Lady Treby,
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the Grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama. You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey, so we understood her thoughts better than anyone. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase journey, yet she gave everything without hesitation. For the future of everyone.
I know what Aglaya expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akama needs is a leader wallowing in self-pity.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie. She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time was right. I think now's the right time.
Vynan, my humble student, my trusted colleague. As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the Flame Chase journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible. I deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated Kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses. The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when Kindness was faltering in the debate. He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways, but my words slipped out before I could even think about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city. You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time was running short. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the ideal answer. But I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else. The serpents have always lurked in the darkness, terrified of their heads being cut off by the golden thread. If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness, deliberately, to make those serpents lose patience and act rashly. Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back, igniting the final blaze to burn away the threats hidden in the shadows. The blaze soaring into the sky might sow fear and confusion, but I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Arkema still has you to guide them, Finan. You're not perfect, Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and deep sensitivity, dawn after dawn. The heavy burdens of your past have always weighed you down, inflicting deep pain. Yet, in your way, you are perfect. You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. Unconditionally. That might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet still choose to shine their light on them, offering protection with unconditional love. Finan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path, from the very beginning, my thoughts have never changed. You are the destined world-bearer of Amphorius, the gate to Amphorius's future. Go, complete the flame-chased journey of the prophecy, ignite the stars, and inspire hope in the hearts of humanity. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you will create.
Aglaya, how could I possibly be worthy? Donhong, please deliver a message to Lord Krateros. Have him gather the Holy City guards and the Kremnoans to spread the word from door to door. At the lucid hour tomorrow, Finan will speak at the Marmorial Palace. Urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the Flame Chase journey to attend this gathering. Thank you. It's been a harrowing day for everyone. Please make sure to rest. Cortonis, what brings you to Marmorial? I planned to get everything settled before coming to see you. Is there something...
How are you holding up? I wanted to better than I expected.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone that the leadership of the Chrysos heirs is still strong.
Right. Your assessment is... Now, here. Take this.
Is this it?
Dawnmaker. The name I've chosen for it. Before dawn, prepare for battle. For tomorrow, wield your sword. Befits your stature, it does. Chrysos heir.
Unbelievable. You've never seen that black-clad sword, Master.
Precise your description. Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have. Guided by your will, gleam with golden flames. It's wielded. May triumph all.
Thank you, Cortonis. I will use the...
Another thing.
What's this?
Stored here. The remnants of Aglaya's divinity are. This was her commission.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm, In this way, she wanted to be with you. Always.
I understand. Let me keep it. With this, I'll have another constant companion by my side. May this world... But when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray, if she could see me now, leading from the front,
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Goldweaver? Look! Lord Finan is here.
Will he step up to lead Akama?
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support and keep the... In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion often overpower. I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests, tore apart their character, and laid out their crimes. The strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy. I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the Flame Chase journey. This journey was supposed to unify, not divide. To strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. But no one can deny that it was Aglaya who held this city and even this shattered world together. Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed fallen.
Who murdered Lady Goldweaver?
Find the murderer! Make them pay!
I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see justice brought down upon them. But my perspective has changed. The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. In the empty markets and bath chambers, one feeling lingers. Unease. Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts. From now on, only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves will stand between us and the Abyss.
Fainan has a way with words. Oh, all right.
The Flame Chase journey is nearing its end. With only one Titan left for the Chrysos heirs to come. Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter than the sky itself. Let me bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Akuma will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglaya dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in prophecy. A better people!
Better people!
Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people!
I appreciate your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded me that Aglaya left me perhaps the simplest duty in the world. To bear the burden of creation, I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each of you. Unshakable faith. There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward. For the memories of Amphorius will always benefit future generations. Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the Holy City for a millennium. She was Akuma's dressmaker, the leader of the Chrysos heirs, the Gold Weaver, Aglaya, and her greatest feat was being a selfless person.
That singing sounds so familiar. That's our song, and Snowy used to love it!
Yes, Lady Trian. For that child filled with anxiety. Your songs always dispelled the clouds in my heart. Even if for just a moment.
Snowy was so cute and kind when he was little. Now... you've grown so much. Maybe not as cute, but still just as kind.
Time spares no one, so there's nothing we can do. But kindness?
Don't mention it. Your light is as bright as ever.
Goodbye, Lady Trian.
I heard what you said. Suggesting the debate tactics I've taught you are nothing but...
Not at all, Professor Anaxa. Honestly, without the...
Good thing you're head, the Chrysos heir of Kefali. I had no idea you had it in...
Who could have thought, Professor? By the way, I've completely forgotten those formulas now.
Some things never change. In our next lives, I'll teach you how to truly embrace your divine duties.
I'll be waiting. Goodbye, Professor Anaxa. Miss K, aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you have always been so... Ever since laughing and chatting with you, I sometimes forget who I am. And for someone with my kind of power, that's a...
I hadn't thought of it that way. Sorry, I forgot to consider...
Please, no apologies. Despite everything, thinking back on the times we spent together makes me really happy.
I feel the same.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Gasteras. Aglaia.
Remember, Finan, after completing the flame chase, leave the decision to initiate the miracle of Genesis to the Amphorians. The Chrysos heirs are the executors of the prophecy, yet they, the people, are...
Rest assured, I always keep your teachings in mind. The difference between a presumptuous hero and a tyrant is a fine line.
Well said. You've got a good memory.
It's late.
Anything else, even in your imagination. I'm not one to show my...
No worries. I've long Thank you for bringing me here, Aglaia. You saved me.
Maybe what I wanted to save wasn't you, child. But this crumbling world. Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye. Forget you. Like I'd ever. We aren't parting ways forever. You're just off to guard the gates at Castrum Crimson.
You know just how to make a... I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown then. Deliver.
We've changed since then. Have you seen the...
A bold statement for a mere mortal who hasn't yet... See you around. Finan of Aides Elysiae.
It's a date, Mighty Moose.
What a poignant, yet splendid journey. And it's still not over yet.
Yes, Cyrene.
I was right. In the end, you did become the deliverer in this story.
A lot has changed while you were away. I've met so many people. I've tried so... I'm not the same person
But to me, you've never changed at all.
Dawn Cloud. This place holds so many different I remember you could see the Goldweaver sign from here. All the way down the mountain, but... my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Cyphera, you...
Seamstress. Does Akama have any treasures so rare that not even your...
Of course it has. I heard there's a gem of all worlds hidden somewhere in Dawn Cloud. It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the
gem of all...
Nice! Got it! Well, please keep looking.
Let me... You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawn Cloud to steal that gem. And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
Look, Seamstress. Are you sure?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but you're compassionate. Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think...
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do.
You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good
person. Or even what people call a hero. But I don't know what I need to do to get there! I can't weave golden dresses like you! I can't sing as well as Miss Hyceelens! And I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Treeby! The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects. But I still want to be worthy of you. I want to prove that you've...
I know, Cypher. You are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair. And your path is doomed to be even worse than everyone else's. You are fated to walk in the dark and bear the world's misunderstanding in this journey. But you have to believe that everyone in this world is unique in their own way. I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery, even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 master thieves of Dolos.
Aglaia. I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful, and that everyone is simple. Would that lie become reality if enough people believed in it?
Lies will always be lies, Cyphera. But sometimes they can be more noble than the truth.
Huh. Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could slip... past your sharp ears, Miss Cypher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're obviously lost in thoughts.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad, I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart. Just a smidge.
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition certainly is.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot. You waited all...
Well, I thought you'd need...
Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. You're probably aware that Aglaia has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council members who were against the flame chase, and the citizens' fury has been dragging these schemers out of the shadows one by one. But they didn't get everybody. To this day, we still...
I see. You're afraid she'll do something wild.
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the Council Theater, would be the opposition's final We're setting out to campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs gone,
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cypher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable. I have only one request. Please, use whatever tricks you need.
Uh-huh. Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cypher.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from her. I'll give you that. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've...
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. That lunatic may have lost their mind. But they're no fool.
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought... it was...
Ha! Sacred Art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with the flick of my finger. Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akuma because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than... Now that she's gone. And you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight. With the city's defenses in...
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in. But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing you...
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame.
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is truly unfathomable.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh. No need to worry about a demigod. I'll do my job. So you... need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
I'm back. I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the grove. And through that, stay away from the memories that... But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe... I know, little Ika. I know. I too, but we have an even more important mission this time round. Lord Finan has already set the You're right. At least I can still afford to get lost in thought once in a while. Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time I spent in the grove deserves some reminiscence. was where Professor Anaxa gave us the lesson. I can still see that day in my...
And that was your last lesson in the grove. Now, each of you will head off on your own path. However, heed this warning. If you ever do anything
Professor Anaxa, there are still other classes scheduled on the calendar.
Firstly, secondly, to clarify, the last lesson means the last lesson I will teach you. I will be entering seclusion from today onwards to research ancient alchemy.
Ah, I see. So you're saying that the lessons taught by all the other teachers...
All you do every day is wag that sharp tongue of yours. That's a credit I have nothing left to say.
Please wait, Professor. According to the Grove's protocols for a cohort's final class, the lecturer should take some time in that lesson to... Surely you can't skip such a crucial step, Professor.
The teaching assistant, Miss Hyacinth, is true.
Fine. Since Hyacinthia, since some of you are so eager to speak.
Me? Well, it's not exactly an aspiration.
I see. So you want to be...
I didn't.
Castoris, you've been giggling for quite some time.
Perhaps my answer is a bit vague and meaningless. I hope the world can be freed from the agony of death, so that every living being...
How naive. So naive that it makes me want to weep for your fantasy. This is why I don't want to follow those outdated protocols. Since you suggested this whole process...
So it's fine. Good thing I came prepared. My aspiration is...
Blank page? An interesting description.
I've read all of Amphorius's heroic epics while studying at the Grove, and a common thread came to my attention. Almost every epic ends with a description of the hero's achievements. The few mention how the everyday people of that time lived. No one recorded the...
So you're saying that, instead of legendary heroes, you're more focused on...
Perhaps I'm influenced by my background. My ancestor, Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight, her story is told to every child descended from the Skyfolk. We have no doubts about Seliosi's greatness, yet her towering... What about the Day Thunder Knight's family, allies, and friends? What about the survivors and those who died in the great battles? Whenever I think about their stories, her brilliance had become as blinding as Aquila's, lording over everything. That's why I'm glad that my era does not... All my ancestors had was a sad past. But I have a future I want to protect. I wish not to return to include a footnote. I'm getting embarrassed, but my beliefs have never changed. Danny, what are you doing? You guessed it. To reach Aquila's realm in the sky, descendants of the Sky People must perform a bloodline ceremony. Summon the spirits of our That's the only way for creatures on Earth to forge the Rainbow Bridge to the sky. And the soul of the first ancestor I want... Don't worry. I have little Ika with me. He will protect me. Good, Ika. Right. If all goes as planned, you and Gray will be able to go home after this mission, won't you? Oh? Could it be that you too have some kind of hidden powers to make prophecies now? No Since we've already met up, why don't you come with me, Danny? That's the dependable Express Guard. The chroma coffer is vibrating. There must be memories of an ancestor. This is the divine object of our ancestors dictated that when a descendant of the Skyfolk is ready to challenge Aquila again, they must first awaken the spirits of their only after this can the chosen Skyfolk. Very prudent. The soul of an ancestor slumbers here. I am Hyacinthia from the Twilight Courtyard, a descendant of the sky who has inherited the duty of flame chase. The time has come to fulfill our clan's destiny. I will join the heroes of the ancestor. Please.
Who?
It's Hyacinthia. A descendant. You are Lord Crispus, aren't you?
I never imagined so. Our blood...
Indeed, it has. I have awakened you, for the flame chase journey is nearing its perfect conclusion. I'm retrieving the...
Perfect... Hyacinthia, you look very young. How can you convince me that this blessing will not turn...
1,000 years ago, Seliosi, though I'm not a warrior, I will not turn away from the mission that has flowed through our blood for 1,000 years. And I am not fighting alone. I have the strongest and most... Amphorius is in an era brimming with heroes. The burden of retrieving Aquila's core... I now wield the power of healing. I aim to mend the fissures in the sky and heal the... I desire to define the mission of the Skyfolk in my own terms. To conclude the vigil...
I sense resilience in your word. Receive my blessings, young Hyacinthia. May you gain wings to return.
Thank you for your trust, Lord Crispus. My ancestors were all pretty strong-willed people. It won't be easy convincing them. Now, the next ancestor on the list. Her spirit is said to rest in the... Oh, I remember. I didn't expect you to keep at it this... That makes sense. Bagusa was always described as a fickle type. Since you're offering, then let me put your skills... Got it. I'm counting on you, Danny. The vortex of Genesis. Unbelievable. Danny is full of surprises. But this does feel way more disorienting than the ritual basin. Wait, is Lady Treeby? Oh, I think...
Do you have to go already? It's been ages since you were last in Akuma. You could have taken some time to rest, and we could have caught up.
That's alright, big sister Treeby. I've gotten used to life on the road. Staying in this bustling city actually feels off. Besides, your prize student gave me an incredibly tough mission to handle.
Cut Snowy some slack, Seifi. He's still so young, yet he's shouldering all the responsibilities Aggie left behind. Besides, Snowy's not the kind to ask for help lightly. Since he came...
You really spoil him, big sis Treeby.
Guess I'm past the age for someone to look after me.
Seifi.
Just kidding. I get it. That deliverer boy does have a certain charisma about him. It reminds me of Aglaia in her prime. Anyway, I'm about to head out. Oh, big sis Treeby, before I go, got a little gift for you.
Well...
That's a part of the game, too. If you want to see the full picture.
A gift with a mysterious twist.
Huh? Looks like we have...
Lady Treeby, and this graceful lady must be Miss Cypher. I'm Hyacinthia from the Twilight Courtyard. Everyone calls me Hyacinth. Pleased to meet you.
Bright and cheery as a lamp. Well, hello there, pink child. I'm Cyphera from the long-fallen city-state of Dolos. As for the rest, it's all in the history books, so I don't need to repeat it here. So, you're from the Twilight Court?
Yes, I'm a descendant of the Sky People, the Chrysos heir about to take over the authority of Sky.
Whoa! That's unexpected. I figured Celiosi's descendant would be, I don't know, taller, stronger.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Seifi. Cinny is a master.
Don't worry, Lady Cypher. I may not be as strong and warlike as Lady Celiosi from 1,000 years ago, but I'm confident I can carry out the mission of the Skyfolk.
All this talk about missions you're making... You've got to look out for yourself, girl. Don't push yourself too hard. I'd hate to see that cute...
Seifi cracking jokes. Looks like you haven't forgotten what...
Anyway, I've got a mission to handle, so good luck, Miss Hyacinth. And if things get tough, just let that deliver.
Miss Cypher is in such a hurry.
Don't worry, she's always been like that. It's good to have her back in... Well, enough about her for now. You're here because of your mission. It's the perfect opportunity for me to go and tuck Seifi's gift away somewhere safe. The vortex...
I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve Ancestor. Please. General Ektra is so different from... Alright, time to head back to the Grove. I shouldn't keep Danny and little Eek. It went great. Your spirit water art... What's wrong, Danny? You've always been a bit of a sensitive soul, haven't you, Danny? Lady Trina deciphers countless prophecies every day, and this one's just... Come on, Danny. Don't look so gloomy. We're gonna have to take a long trip for the final visit to the ancestors. Our final stop is Lord Mighty's home. We're here. Lord Mighty has been fighting the Black Tide here, alone day after day. That means he hasn't been consumed by the Black Tides. We're here to complete an important mission. We shouldn't interfere with this battlefield. Don't you agree, Danny? There. That sleeping spirit is my grandmother. Yes, my grandmother Jacintha was a warrior. She represented the Twilight Courtyard in the Kremnos Festival. She fought her way through every challenge and reached the final stage of the Kremnos Festival. She was just one step away from securing a peace treaty for the Skyfolk, but was ultimately defeated by the champion warrior of that time. I've never looked too deeply into the details of such ritualistic violence. The scroll was simply described it as a glorious duel. But behind the glorious duel was a tragic end. Not long after the festival, my grandmother's injuries worsened, and she passed away far from home. This prophecy tablet was left here by the Kremnoans to honor her final wish. Her death marked the final collapse of the Twilight Courtyard, already fragile under the shadow of war. Was Lord Grataros. Seeing him lying there, gravely wounded, bleeding out, I can't put what I felt at that moment into words. But when I heard Lord Grataros took that fatal blow to protect Lady Trianne, all those tangled feelings faded away. To quote Lord Finan, Grataros must have done that to become... You're getting better at this. In her final diary entry, my grandmother wrote that when I wonder what she'd think when the one awaking her turns out to be her beloved granddaughter. I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky, ancestor. Please bestow upon me your generous...
For millennia, the Titans waged relentless wars, leaving the world scarred and ravaged. A century of the Chrysos War plunged the nations into chaos and decay, until a spear, fueled by mortal rage, pierced through the smoke and flames that buried the prophecy of deliverance. Aquila, the celestial shaper, the 100-eyed divine bird crowned with the blazing sun and wielding thunder, those struck blind in 99 eyes by Nikador, they kept one eye glaring at the children of Twilight who received divine blessing, yet turned their weapons against the gods. The Chrysos heir of the sky, Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, ascended the forbidden lands of the Eye of Twilight at dusk. Clad into her left was the lion-headed Solipus the Sunlit Wings, whose roars breathed divine flames and scorched the world. To her right was the horse-bodied Lunibus, the Moonlit Plume, whose graceful steps trampled the stars in the heavens. The one warrior and her two beasts challenged the ruler of the sky, determined to seize the divine. The Titans' every roar summoned lightning bolts, and the wounded Titan's blood poured down like boiling rain upon the world and converged into scalding talk in the final moments of battle. The Sunlit Wings set the Titan's wings aflame, while the Moonlit Plume sealed the divine body. The battered hero of the sky, with her wings broken and her body covered in wounds, struggled to lift her spear and pierced the last monstrous eye. The Titan's divine body crashed to the ground, and with it, the fear and pleas of mortals urged the hero Celiosi, the Day Thunder Knight, the first of the Chrysos heirs to slay a god in this world, charged into the crumbling body of Aquila with her two fearless winged companions. She merged with the Titan, holding up the sky once more. My descendants will be blessed and cross the Rainbow Bridge back.
Today's the day.
Wow, I didn't expect it to be so lively up here. Are these people here to send off the Chrysos heirs?
There's Finan. Let's go talk to him.
Catherly on high.
I know this is a big ask, Namaz.
Please don't say that, Lord Finan. It's an honor for us to be entrusted with this.
Go then. Let's hope our concerns don't come true.
I hope you all return safely, my lord.
There you are, partner. You didn't oversleep this time, did you?
You like calling me that, don't you?
Ready, comrade? If all goes according to plan, this could be the last battle where we fight at each other's side. If the curse separating Amphori from... That would be a problem. We'll need to get you home. Let's leave the emotional goodbyes for later. That'll give us some time to... That bumping seal game, didn't you teach me something back then? Crack the champagne at halftime to watch victories. Well, then I have to use something else Dan Heng taught me as comeback.
Hey, speaking of Dan Heng, where is he?
He arrived before everyone else and climbed to the cliff top to wait for us. He's probably not keen on being the center of attention.
Lord Finan, please make sure you all come back safely.
Please defeat the indifferent Eye of Twilight and restore compassionate sky to Amphorius.
Thank you all for your blessings. Rest assured, we're fully prepared. But I'm not the main attraction today. Please don't hesitate to cheer for Miss Hyacinth when she arrives.
Miss Hyacinth, the chosen daughter.
She's not just the pride of Akuma. While the Flame Chase journey is led by the Chrysos heirs, it's not just those chosen by Aglaya who contributed to it. Let's extend our gratitude to the 2 warriors of the Outlands who bravely stepped up.
Hero, your saga will be chronicled in epics and celebrate.
Warrior from the Outlands, endowed with the might of Orynyx, the Vanguard.
After all this time, you should know when I'm just being polite and when I'm genuinely speaking from the heart. That praise was heartfelt, partner. Had I not trusted my instincts and put my faith in you and Dan Heng, it's hard to imagine what might have been. The guest of honor has arrived.
People of Akuma, I've been blessed by the ancestors of the Sky People. They have agreed to bestow the 1,000-year mission to me, and to have me claim the core flame. Today is the year 4932 of the Light Calendar. 1062 years since the hero Seliosi initiated the Flame Chase journey. I, Hyacinthia of the Sky People, am prepared to lead the children of humanity.
History doesn't breathe evenly. At times, it suspends its breath for millennia, as though time is frozen. At other times, it pants rapidly, as if poised to topple the world and our civilization in an instant. Its hurried gasps have sparked a tempest, sweeping all of us along. Hyacinth, as and now, it's your turn to fulfill your duty. Please, guide us into the heart of the storm as the executioner of this mission. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk.
I hope the Chrysos will triumph.
They'll surely seize the coin.
Thanks for waiting, Dan Heng. The team tasked with conquering Aquila has finally assembled. So full of energy, comrades. Hyacinth?
Legend tells of the Sky Folk. The Sun Folk worship the sun. Our ancestors lived under. They forgot that. The light that illuminates the world is made. That's why the rainbow is my favorite. For not only does it reflect the many colors, and I want to use the Rainbow Bridge to link ancestors with the rainbow as your guide. Lead me back to the home of the Sky Folk, a land we have not seen. Oh, Rainbow Bridge, Please guide us to ascend to the skies once more. Friends, let us soar together.
Flying along the Rainbow Bridge is truly an amazing... It's the legendary Sky Fortress of Aquila. I never imagined that one day I'd be able to step foot on it.
My ancestors once built a magnificent civilization. This must be where the hero Seliocia stood when she challenged Aquila and began the first. We are here to end the journey she began. Even legends are corroded by time.
According to historical records, the civilization that worshipped Aquila once that they were divided within.
Apparently, the division was between the two most important sky tribes, the Sun Folk and the Rain Folk. And Seliocia's frustration towards the endless strife among her people made her turn her spear towards the... After driving the... Yet she still could not end Aquila, nor bring back the core flame of Sky. Some say she sealed the wrath of the god within herself.
In other words, she became one with the Titan. I would have considered it a fairy tale, but after seeing what happened with Professor Anaxa, as that Titan and that fused hero been looking down on the world from you.
So long. Maybe the Eye of Twilight has already turned into ruins. Give it some sunshine and the color will get even prettier.
Something's not right. I can kind of feel how big and empty this place...
Maybe it's the Celestial... The Sky City believes that mural to be connected to Amphorius' sky. And the mural would reflect Aquila's shifting mood, like clear skies. To put it in words that Gray and Danny would understand. Just... In any case, that really conspicuous... I have no idea how to turn... That's it! I almost forgot.
Got it! We feel the flow of... over there. And over there. Done! There haven't been many...
I knew you could do it.
Arrogant sunfolk. But Aquila, the Sunborn Sea, the Rainfolk will not. May the Eye of Twilight
avoid the pursuit. Aquila doesn't like...
The great Aquila has already left a mark of their manifestation. The gods' choices. May the Eye of Twilight...
Left, is this referring to the select... It is, as the rumors said.
I guess...
No problem at all. There we are.
Wind, in the name of the turn of dawn and awaken.
Stop, foolish club! How dare you tamper with the celestial globe and distort the weather? This is...
The Titan bequeathed the celestial globe to our ancestors, so that we could divide the light and dark equally between day and night. But the Sunborn have asserted control over the celestial mural. And now the days are endless, subjecting the land to drought and burning. And...
The land? It is all... How can storm clouds and rain, unloved by Aquila, lead the Sky Folk to victory in the Chrysos War? Your character is as weak as your faith. Go seek out a corner untouched...
Then let us show you what...
You! What are you trying?
Fanatics, whose minds have been by Aquila above.
The brutal internal strife is sad to see. It appears the Sky Cities didn't fall to
The proud Sun Folk saw themselves as divinely chosen.
No matter the era, there's nothing but...
Hero Celio, perhaps...
One step at a...
Yes, I already memorized.